My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is March 25th, 2024. It is 11:18 p.m. So I'm starting really early. I didn't record in the morning. I was just in the mood of editing because too many videos were piling. But now I'm having a lot of tweets to share with you, so I need to get them out of the way. Alright, so let's look at some numbers. 3,863 subscribers. I think it went back down and then went back up again, so I don't know if some people were unsubscribe and resubscribe, whatever. The estimate revenue, $223.47. And this video, I put it out in the mid, I think at 10 o'clock. So that was a quick put together. Not quick put together, it was part of the 1 hour videos. So I took these two tweets out and make it a video on its own. Okay, analytics. Okay, so there's the numbers. The last 48 hours, 2,361 views. Let's go on Twitter. This is the first tweet, by the way. I already put it on the thing. But one of the things I want to share with you is that these are some lists I started making. And I just never went to record them. I forgot what all of them were about. I'm seeing some notes to myself. Blame game. I don't know if it has to do with the video that Kate put out. So let's get started. It's about 16 tweets, and then these will be for our part of Pew Service, my other channel, talking about Well Central Kitchen, Haiti, and some other things. Okay, so let's get started. This is the first one. This is by Christopher Buzzi. Richard Eden, as a journalist, I try to find answers to questions rather than merely ask them. Also, Richard Eden, could Kardashian be helping Harry and Meghan while Kate is off sick? What the hell? But anyway, it's his pinned tweet. What the hell is going on in the UK? So what the hell did he write? As a okay, so pretty much he quoted him. So he retweeted Christopher Buzzi. Okay, let me just read it because many of this thing is hard to explain. Okay, so there's the thing here. Richard Eden is retweeting Christopher Buzzi. As a journalist, I try to find answers to questions rather than merely ask them. Okay, so Christopher Buzzi wrote this. Maybe asking legitimate questions in the UK is considered disturbing, but here in America, we are not sheep. If the palace and British press hadn't handled this situation so poorly, people like me won't have asked questions. Oh, so making reference to the video. Do I have the video here? I know in one, hold on, let me go search for it so you guys could see it. Okay, let's, you know what, forget it. Maybe it's something different. There's the thing regarding Meghan's IG thing. Okay, how Prince Harry and Meghan are planning to launch themselves as an alternative royal family. Oh my God. Amid the Windsor's woe, and could the Kardashian be helping them? Read my opinion and let me know what you think. Oh my God. Everything has to do with the left behind royals. Harry and Meghan cannot do their own thing. Oh my Lord. Okay, he gets paid and dog food. That is true. I share that tweet with you guys. It's an other cesspit here, Christopher. Some elements of the industry is rotten to the core. Yeah, the UK is, I don't know. He follows some of Meghan hate accounts. You have research. Richard is a monarchist that works for Daily Mail. He gets free dog food from James Middleton to keep the Meghan and Harry hate train going. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the thing here. Okay, he's a clown and a client journalist. He gets free dog food from the Middletons. Oh my Lord. Okay, you could read it. I don't want to waste too much time on this. Let's go on the next one. Okay, so what's this one about? I had this list for a while, so I forgot what they are. Next one. Boohoo. How did the public see through Willy and KKKate BS? Remember that after their wedding, the tabloid wrote reams of descriptive articles about a best man speech that never happened. You can assume pretty much everything that comes out of KP is a blatant lie. Okay, so let's see here. So this is from Spare, Harry explaining about who was the best man. On the eve of the wedding, Willie and I had dinner at Clarence's house with Pa. Also present were James and Thomas, Willie's best men. The public had been told that I was to be best man, but that was a barefaced lie. The public expected me to be best man, and thus the palace saw no choice but to say that I was. In truth, Willie didn't want me giving a best man speech. This guy has some issues with Harry. Very deep core issues. He didn't think it's safe to hand me a live mic and put me in a position to go off script. Yeah, that's the thing. They like to follow lines, orders, and all of that. And one of the videos that I did, I think it was in Spare as well. Harry was describing his first sight of Meghan, about the order, and I went on. Okay, I think it's on PYTE, and I create a video about that. And then on another video, I went and explained it about in terms of architecture. I don't know how I got to that. My mind tends to work beyond. Sometimes I can't believe what I say in some of the videos. But I went and explained about Greek architecture, Roman architecture, the orders, the lines, symmetry, and all of that. So yeah, these people, this is how they like to work. When people are moving around, there's chaos. They can't function. They need this is why they want to control people. Okay, so that way when you move a certain way, they know where you're going and all of that. But when everybody's doing their own thing, they go crazy. And you can see it's playing right now. These people are totally delusional. You could see how crazy they're going because they do not know what Harry and Meghan are doing. This is what driving them crazy. They want to know in advance. That way they could compose themselves in a certain way. So because they don't know, it's drive them nuts. So they will not be able to perceive, or should I say, the way that they are, because they're so unusual. They're not like everybody else. I mean, everybody's different, but the way they function is like out of this world. But because they do not know how and what Harry and Meghan are doing, so it sort of keep them off balance, because in a way it's not like I'm trying to it's very hard to say, because obviously I'm not them. I do not know exactly how they think. It's just my opinion. But based on what I have seen, if they know in advance, that way when they go out in public, they could maneuver themselves in a specific way. But because they do not know what Harry and Meghan are doing, their perception of them, what the public expect of them, they cannot really, I guess, perform. That should be the word, perform for the people, the way the people will want them to be seen. You understand what I mean? I can't really explain it well enough for you to understand, but if you get it, good luck. I appreciate that. But the performance of them for the people, they will not be able to do. It's almost like what Harry's saying here, because the people expect Harry to be the best man because that's his brother, even though some people will understand if Harry is not the best man, or vice versa. But because they're thinking of what the people will want, therefore they perform for the people. They put the facade for the people. So because they do not know what Harry and Meghan are doing, they cannot do certain thing based on what they assume the people will want. So they are blindfolded in a way. And this is what driving the brother crazy in a way. And I told you, there was a video that I did. The moment that I realized it, I quickly put it out. The one with, what is it? I think I said they got what they wanted, why they copying Meghan or something like that. All right. So this is, their true self was pretty much what Kate is. They wanted a woman just like Kate. Just be there, look pretty, be nice, look pretty next to William and whatever. Now, as soon as Meghan get into the picture, their whole agenda changed. It's changed because now there's this person the people liked, similar to Princess Diana. Now, she's doing all the thing out of her heart without trying to perform for the people, because she's been doing it way before she married Harry. So now that Meghan is in the picture, now I have to readjust their blueprint. The readjustment of blueprint was to try to get Kate to do somewhat like Meghan. But someone who never been, that could have easily been me as well, because I'm not Meghan. I never have that sort of a passion just like Meghan does. So you can understand Kate, she's not like that. So they're putting so much pressure on her to perform, and now there's fear in her because she's not doing what they expect of her now. All she was supposed to do is look pretty, touch her hair and all of that. That was a given. She's been doing that. That's easy. But now to do the actual work, this is a problem. Okay? So when Harry and Meghan were in front of them, they know, they dictate to them what they should be doing. So that way they could do their own thing. So this is why they try to undermine Harry and Meghan in so many ways. Okay? So they could look somewhat, I don't know, good, but instead it's just revealing who they are. I don't know if I make sense, but anyway, let's get back to the original recording. But anyway, back to this. He didn't think it safe to hand me a live mic and put me in a position to go off script. I might say something widely inappropriate. Actually, if I guess in a private dinner, maybe there will be something, but I think Harry will pretty much sums up everything. Well, I guess because he knew what he did to Harry, and he didn't want these to spit back at him in front of all these people. So maybe that's why. But anyway, let's continue. This is the headlines now, who, telling the people a lie. The entertainment aspect of things. The scripted things. For the people. Prince Harry's comment that makes Kate Middleton cry on her wedding day. Prince Harry, who now lives in Santa Barbara with wife Meghan Markle and their toddler son Archie, reportedly made Kate Middleton cry at her 2011 wedding to Prince William, where he was best man. There's the part here. And he was not the best man. Oh my God. And everything in that is completely lie. And it's the opposite in terms of the made Kate cry thing. Prince Harry made Kate Middleton cry at her royal wedding to his brother Prince William, a royal author has claimed. The Duke of Sussex was the best man at the nuptial of the future king that went down in history. Baggage for God. Prince Harry forced to remove line about Kate Middleton's legs from best man speech. He was not the best man. Prince Harry asked his ex-girlfriend Chelsea Davy to read over his best man speech for Kate Middleton, what the hell, and Prince William's wedding, but there was one line she thought was too much. I tell you, these people are freaking delusional. When Prince William stood in Westminster Abbey waiting for his bride Kate Middleton, his brother Harry was by his side as his best man. This is why spare was necessary. Whew. Okay, I increased the font. I think the asparagus lady is working overtime. How else will they be quoting Harry and Meghan without their cooperation? There's the laugh. Yeah, the palace always lie. Willy then trust me fairly of Diana's boys was also a lie. They kept saying how close they were, but it seems was just a script PR. Yeah, scripted PR. Harry was such a nice pair. He was always prepared to be supportive of his brother. That is true. Okay, of course, we now know even the fake project. Vulture. Okay, yeah, that's a different language. Let me pause for a second. I want to make sure I didn't record these already. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't record these. I guess when I read them, I tend to, whatever. But next tweet. Okay, so there's this here. This might be, oh no, it's not the thread. Never mind. So let's continue. Okay, we've gotten to the point and the plot where pro-royal tabloids are defending inbreeding. The surprising truth about inbreeding in the UK and how the NHS says cousin marriage is no different to women choosing to give birth in their 30s because both are risky. What in the name? Wait a second. So is 30s is too old to give birth? Is that what they're trying to say here? When was that? March 2024. What the hell? Read more. DNA tests laying bare the frightening extent of incest in the US. Okay. Okay. Just the headline. Okay, so there's no. If I want to go, I guess I will have to type in the headline to look for the article. The admission that no woman marrying into that family will do well unless they're bearing like Camilla. They must really be giving up to get rid of Kate. I mean, I don't know. And she's probably already gone. So why all this cover up? She's probably already gone. They were leading up to. Okay? They stuck on their plan, their narrative to tell the public. It's almost like, I guess, yeah, in a movie, there's a beginning, middle, and end. But for them, the end for her probably already gone. But now, to sell it to the public, okay, so they have to create a narrative, like a play, the beginning, okay. How did the beginning start? I don't know. Maybe when I'm editing, I'll remember. They probably already give an inch of what happened, okay. There's this guy who, the real thing we will never hear, but I know they already made public the guy, Kingston person who died. Okay, so the foundation probably already been eased people into the narrative of her gone, but they stuck somewhere with those videos, the images of oh, now I remember about William being a single dad, taking the kids to school and all of that. Okay, so they're easing you into accepting William as this single father, whatever. And then the next step, I don't know, she's sick. There's the father taking picture of the mother for Mother's Day. What happened? Okay, we find out the photo was fake. Okay, so they stuck in there. This is where they stuck, trying to convince people something, that she's still there, she's alive, she's well and everything like that. But they stuck because everything else that they've been putting out is fake. People are finding out the images, the video of her saying she had cancer and all of that. We find out, well, people who knows more about AI already found out that that was a fake video as well. So they stuck somewhere trying to convince the public something, but they can't convince the public. They probably got the people in the UK, majority of them, but not all. But in the US, I don't know about the rest of the world, but in the US, they stuck to convince American this is real. I mean, people who are in office, political office, you know, will take whatever it is that they tell them as a friendship or whatever, but, you know, most likely behind the closed door, they'll be like, what kind of BS is this? You know? But anyway, let's read this and move on. Another word, they stuck somewhere. She's probably already gone, but they want to ease us in to give us the blow that she's gone. Okay, so they can convince people with their narrative. And the cancer diagnosis was a perfect illness to sort of letting people know, okay, is people know that either cancer treatment wasn't going well, okay, at the beginning, yes, everything is fine, and then things could go haywire once they get tired of lying, and then they give you the blow, the treatment no longer work, she's gone, and then, you know, probably, God forbid, if they do a funeral, okay, an empty casket or something like that. I don't know. This is fully my humble opinion because these people lie too much. They lie too much. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm saying this. I could be 1,000,000% wrong. I'm apologizing in advance if I'm 1,000% wrong. But due to the consistency of their lies, this is what I've put one and one together. Okay, so that's that. Let's move on. Okay, so there's that here. Both Elizabeth and Philip were also directly descendant from Victoria and Albert, so that's gross. Yeah, not so sure about that. Pakistani Muslim are 3% of the population, and yet their children suffer over 30% of all birth defects in the UK. Really? I don't think it's the samosa intake. What? Is that true? I would like to see this a bit more. So maybe, I don't know. Do you pro-presidency tabloid endorse pervert getting near children? All right, whatever's there, and then we move on. Inbreeding is what brought down the Russian royal family when their heir suffered from hemophilia, and Rasputin took advantage that to enter the politics of the royal court, he was able to control the royal family at the cost of their own downfall. Who knows? Maybe something is happening in the UK. So is Will's cheating with one of his cousins now, or is this just a hypothetical distraction article? Very interesting. Okay, maybe the UK, I'll go into that. Maybe the UK in general are pro-inbreeding like their royals, and it's not bad of a deal for them. No wonder why they're effed up. Yikes. Alright, let's go into that. Wasn't he rumored to have hooked up with Alexandra Snatchball, his cousin? I think I shared that with you, what this person is saying here. But allegedly, let's just say allegedly. Who knows? Okay, that may be the only option left though. Do you think after knowing what has happened in the 21st century for women in this family, will any girl in right mind be ready to marry George? Thank you. Or Louis, death is easier than marriage in that family. This is what I'm saying. Who's gonna marry these people? The nonsense they're putting out? And breeding will explain some of their prominent facial features. This is the thing. They want to go back. Okay, you see this orange guy in the US who's going through some issues right now, legal issues. He wants to take people back. And it's okay with the UK. They want to go back, remain the same.
As we're in this moment of transition, I think it's not unnatural that people are having conversations about the monarchy and the place of the monarchy in various countries, Canada included. And some of the recent polling is suggesting that there is a drop in the percentage of people who would like to see the monarchy continue. How do you deal with that as a family?
Well, we don't, in many respects, need to deal with it. Mm-hmm. Not least of all because it is the monarch that is the key to this, and the constitution that underpins the monarchy.
And when we think about this duty, this role that the king has taken on, what kind of king do you think he'll be?
Well, you know what you're getting because he's been practicing for a bit. And I don't think he'll change. You know, he is committed to his own level of service. That will remain true.
So the only reason they try to with Princess Diana and stuff like that, they know what the inbreeding does. Okay, they want to live forever, sort of thing. So to break that cycle, so they try to get another bloodline into it, and then once they get the kids that they want, they toss them. They don't need. I mean, these people are pure evil. This is pure evil. Only mindset evil people do those kind of thing. Okay, so I bookmarked this, but it seems like it started there. Let me pause that. So that's the video here. So let's see. How do you feel now after spreading misinformation and conspiracy theories? Okay. So this probably was when it first came. and then people believe it. But it's been what? When was that? The 22. Today's 25. It's like 3 days since it was first aired. But a lot of other things have happened where people look closely to the video and realize, even in the background, okay, the flowers are not moving, her hair is not moving, and people compare a video that Megan did on a bench she was sitting outside. Things, Megan's hair was moving, trees, you hear bird chirpings and all of that. Here, nothing. Okay? So it looks like it's in a studio and they put like back in the 60s where they do those images for the background. Okay? So let's start. This is the one that I bookmarked. How do you feel now after spreading misinformation and conspiracy theories? Okay? I think you will find it Kensington Palace that's been spreading misinformation. All right, so that was when it first came out. People sort of take it as face value. They believe the video. But when you look closely, it's not. They shut it. You're not entitled to know about other people's medical issue.
You're public people. All of you. In that moment, you're public people. Stop your squealing about privacy.
You're not entitled to know about other people's medical issue.
We don't want to hear it.
Piers,
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
A cancer patient. Okay, I'm gonna leave it as that. Let's listen to the video, because I think this is... I've been recording and then leave the videos, and then whenever I get a chance to edit them, I edit them. So I forgot if I ever share the video. I think I did. The doctor was, how do you call this? The doctor was giving his expertise on what she was saying. Okay, from CNN. Let's see here. 1 minute and 42 seconds. Let's listen.
That's what they're doing now.
So, Dr. Reiner, pardon my ignorance on this. If somebody has surgery, and then the cancer is discovered after that surgery, is it because tissue from whatever the area of the surgery, in this case the abdomen, would be taken out and tested, or would it be? Is it possible that it would be cancer somewhere else in the body that would somehow show up in a blood test or something?
Well, with all respect to the royal family, that kind of press release doesn't make a lot of medical sense. When people undergo extensive surgery, they just don't go in for typically anymore for quote exploratory surgery. All of these operations are preceded by extensive imaging like CAT scans and MRIs. So the surgical team would have a very good understanding of what was likely to be the problem, and that would be confirmed by pathology. So a piece of the tissue removed, whatever the organ is, or the organ removed, or intestine, for instance, that goes directly to the pathology lab, often during the surgery, and sometimes whether something is cancer or not will dictate the extent of the actual operation. So it's very likely that the surgical team knew or had a good sense of what this was going to be prior to surgery, and that was confirmed at the time of pathologic testing during the operation. So this is something that would have at least been suspected before and confirmed during the operation.
Okay, so that's that. Let's move on. Next tweet. Even the doctor is, whatever she said. I never really saw the original video of her talking. It's just that CNN video. Okay, next tweet. Now let's discuss what presumably allegedly seemed to be an AI video. Are we supposed to just accept their BS as well without question? Doctor sees some hole in her explanation. What are they trying to hide from the world? Okay, I put this after the CNN video because there's Peter Hunt here who tweeted this. I'm gonna go into that and then come back out because that was my tweet. Okay, let's pause. Victoria Newton, editor of The Sun, on BBC, Laura K. Quote, of course, I was in discussion with the palace all along, and there was no problem with us running those images, and it kind of felt that the nation was desperate to see her. They're on social media too much. Okay, responding to social media. But whatever. Okay, so he retweeted that as well. There will be a photo of William and Kate shopping on the front pages if editors weren't confident they won't kick up. Okay, has Kensington Palace said anything? Not a word. Okay, so that's a thread again. So I'm going into that. So I'm into two different tweets now. So there's that here. Now this is 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Let's see here.
Well, I think what's really fascinating is I think actually the battle that is going on is within William. There are two completely understandable characteristics of his that are at play at the moment and are battling with each other. So there's the William who is understandably obsessed with privacy. He's obsessed with the privacy of his family. He's obsessed with the privacy of his wife, and he's obsessed with history not repeating itself.
I don't know, Mr. Peter. I truly have a lot of respect for him. But I guess for himself, he want that respect, but he didn't want to give Harry that sort of respect. It's Harry who has been putting that line ever since I was aware. There's so many videos of him asking for that privacy. I never come across where William is doing that. I guess because he's the heir, it was automatically to give him that respect. But knowing what I know now, since Harry married Meghan, and then to the extent that William went to invade, to allow the paper, those journalists, the paparazzi, to go and invade his brother's privacy.
Have been, as we know, is that the Mail on Sunday had the ruling against them in February, and they were then appealing it. So it was lawyers from the Mail on Sunday who would have approached Jason Naff, knowing that these emails and messages existed. That would have been the point, and unless, I mean, the most likely outcome is that Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate, and clearly he has cooperated. He would not have cooperated with those lawyers without their definite knowledge.
And I guess this is why he didn't want his brother to be to give the speech, because if all of this are in Harry's mind, even though I don't think Harry will do that, okay, because Harry has a profound respect for the institution, so I don't think he will be doing whatever crazy thing that William has in his brain. William will do that to Harry, okay? But anyway, William wants privacy, but he doesn't give it to his brother. Look at to the extent that he went with Simon Case and all of that. Okay, so let's continue. I'm gonna move it back.
Who is understandably obsessed with privacy. He's obsessed with the privacy of his family. He's obsessed with the privacy of his wife, and he's obsessed with history not repeating itself with his mother, Diana, Princess of Wales. But that is in conflict in the last few weeks with the other aspect of William. And I did his first broadcast interview. He was a student 20 years ago. And in that interview, the bit that's always stuck in my mind is he said, "I hate losing control." And that aspect.
You see the thing that I was saying here? To have control of things. I was just saying it at the beginning of this video when I was reading some excerpt from Spare. Okay, the order. Okay, you see when you look at architecture, you see all those lines, the the columns, they are in a specific way. Your eyes is direct. You know the pattern of things, right? So when things is in chaos, they go crazy. They don't know how to control things. So there it is. He's saying that. That's stuck in his brain since he did an interview with him 20 years ago. Okay? So now that he doesn't have control of Harry, this is why he's bombarding Harry with all of these things. He's going crazy over there. Because the control he thought he had of Harry, meanwhile, Harry just, at the time when he was working royal, he just lay it low, follow the institution thing. But when it's time to protect his own family, Harry's family, his little family, his child, at that time, only Archie, and his wife, okay? Once you cross that line of Harry, he was done with the institution. But meanwhile, William think doing all this stuff is to have control of Harry. That's not gonna happen. All right, I'm moving it back slightly again. This is very interesting. I need to record this by itself so I have it. Let me bookmark it. Okay, like.
Did his first broadcast interview. He was a student 20 years ago. And in that interview, the bit that's always stuck in my mind is he said, I hate losing control. And that aspect of control has driven his life as a senior royal as he heads towards his destiny of being king. And in the last few weeks, he has lost control. And so I think it's that bit of it has then led us to the Mother's Day picture and the consequences of that. Having the British monarchy referenced in the same breath as North Korea and Iran is not a good step, is it? When the picture agencies talked about killing it. But we've also...
It was always like that. It was always like that. When you look at the deals, the people, the interaction that they're doing, they were always like that. It's just now, it's revealing, I guess, the control that he's having. Make it now, there's a verbal aspect of it. Someone said it. And then we could see it. We could connect things, their behavior with what someone outside of the institution, AP, had said about them.
Also, come on to discuss what we've seen overnight into today, whereby we have the pictures of them on the front page of The Sun, on the front page of the Daily Mail, of them shopping. I mean, they had an absolute expectation of privacy when they went shopping. That cannot be debated or argued. And those pictures would not have appeared on those papers if the editors of those papers weren't reasonably confident that William and Kate wouldn't kick up if they were published. And has Kensington Palace said anything since? Not a word.
Well, the thing is that I guess this is why he was saying there's a tweet that he put out about privacy or something, and I don't know, I think I shared it, I don't remember. But the thing is that this is the narrative that they were trying to put, okay? This is why they threw it to TMZ. TMZ is a connection of Murdoch, but it's mostly in the US. They make it seem like it is the US part, but it's still the same group of people, the connection. He threw it in the US because this is the group that wanted to see it. But the thing is that people look closer and start asking questions, and then it's a manufactured nonsense. All right, debunk him even more. The scripted, the entertainment thing.
If the editors of those papers weren't reasonably confident that William and Kate wouldn't kick up if they were published. And has Kensington Palace said anything since? Not a word.
So that's so interesting, because there is kind of a variety of different theories about that. Is that one, that maybe a photographer had been tipped off, it might be a good idea to have someone with a camera outside this farm shop in Windsor. You're not saying that. You're saying, look, it may have well have been a random photo that someone just picked up, but that the papers would not have run it if there was serious pushback.
When I was sharing that video of William and that supposedly Kate that he was working with, before I showed the video, I believe I did a TMZ thing where this former employee of TMZ went to court regarding Johnny Depp case and explained how TMZ works.
I was the go-between the news desk in the office and the reporters in the field, which you might know as paparazzi.
Approximately how many paparazzis were you in charge of?
At the time, it was about 20 in LA, a handful, maybe 3 in New York, and then 1 in DC.
And what were your responsibilities specifically as to the paparazzi?
It would be to dispatch paparazzi to various locations based on tips or just direction dictated by having a list of sort of hot spots where celebrities would be.
And how were those tips received?
They were received either through tips that we received through our tip line or directly through news producers in the office.
And were tips frequently received directly from sources?
Very often the case, yeah.
And who were the type of sources that TMZ received tips from?
They would receive tips from, oftentimes it would be publicists, managers, agents, or B-list celebrities.
Lawyers?
And lawyers, definitely.
How are tips verified?
Tips are verified by an extensive process. If they come in through our tip line, we have to verify who sent it, that the source is truthful, and so they have to add their contact information, which is a field in that on that website for like name, phone number, things like that.
And how long did that process typically take?
If we receive a tip through the tip line, it could take a while because that would need to be, if it was a tip, we would need to verify it. If it was media, such as photos or videos, that would need to be extensively verified to ensure that the person sending it is the copyright holder and that we would have the legal ability to air it and distribute it.
And while working for TMZ, were you involved in any assignments related to Ms. Heard?
I was.
What was the first time you recall working on an assignment related to Ms. Heard?
I believe it was May 27th, 2016.
And what was your role in that assignment?
For that, Ms. Heard was filing a restraining order at a courthouse in downtown Los Angeles. So I dispatched camera people to that location.
Under what circumstances would you normally send paparazzi to a courthouse?
Only if we had been informed prior. It's not by any means a celebrity hotspot. We would only ever send people there if we had been tipped off that something was occurring and there was somebody present there.
And what footage was TMZ trying to capture at the LA courthouse on May 27th, 2016?
We were trying to capture Amber leaving the courthouse and an alleged bruise on the right side of her face.
What was your team of paparazzi supposed to do while they were at the LA courthouse on May 27th, 2016?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay and foundation.
What were they supposed to do?
Right. She's asking for, I don't think there's a foundation or hearsay.
I'll overrule the objection at this point. We'll see.
Go ahead, Mr. Tremaine.
Can you state the question again?
What was your team of paparazzi supposed to do while they were at the Los Angeles courthouse on May 27th, 2016?
Their objective was to capture her leaving the courthouse, and then she was going to sort of stop and turn towards the camera to display the bruise on the right side of her face, the alleged bruise.
Did your team of videographers get the shot of Amber Heard?
We did.
Whoa.
What is the difference between receiving a tip from a news producer and any other source?
If it's any other source, it would have to be verified by copyright. If it was anything that was received directly through a news producer, then they go through that process to verify the source.
Did you do anything to verify the tip on May 27th, 2016 related to Amber Heard?
I did not.
Why not?
Because it had come directly from a news producer.
I love good news. Love good news. I just love good news.
Okay, and then you could see in that video, this was really scripted kind of thing. When William appeared on the video, the first thing, he knew the guy was there. He looked at the camera. Okay, and then he continued his walking, pretend or whatever. So that was something that they deliberately wanted to do. They did it and he knew of it, and then this is why they let it go to TMZ, just to put it in the American market.
Good afternoon and welcome to the BBC News at 1. Kensington Palace has confirmed moving images taken by a member of the public and published by The Sun. Kensington Palace has confirmed moving images taken by a member of the public. Kensington Palace has confirmed moving images taken by a member of the public and published by The Sun of Catherine, the Princess of Wales, on a shopping trip with Prince William in Windsor. The Princess has been out of public sight since Christmas after having abdominal surgery.
And it creates more problem for him. Again, I move it back.
Random photo that someone just picked up, but that the papers would not have run it if there was serious pushback from the palace.
Well, I think we can contrast it, can't we, with never have we spoken so much about photographs of one woman. But if we contrast it with the pap picture of the Princess of Wales, Kate, with her mother, that was shown internationally, but didn't appear in any UK publication, and it's pretty clear that Kensington Palace made it pretty clear to the editors involved that they would very much rather it wasn't used.
Nah. Because the internet is talking. They already have control of the UK. That's the thing here. They already have control of the UK. They want to convince, that's the part here, outside of the UK. This is why it wasn't printed in the UK. But they want to convince specifically the US market. This is where they're going to make another mistake again. Because they're so eager to force feed Americans, like myself, to believe them. That's the thing here. They want us to believe them. And then instead, it's nonsense after nonsense. They keep being called out. Okay? So, this is done. Let me read some of the comment here. Let's pause this. Okay, to protect his privacy, William has tell lies, feed his boy and sister to the wolves. This is what I was saying. Collaborates with the media that contribute to his mother's death, bring out his kids on demand, hide behind his wife, use his mother's name to deflect blame, disrespect his monarch every chance he gets. Alright, so there's that. Here, William is the biggest hypocrite. There is a symbiotic relationship between the British royals and newspapers. The royals need to be visible and to be shown in the best possible light, whereas the newspaper requires stories guaranteed to generate reader interest. He is obsessed with the privacy of his wife and children, but will give out information about his sister-in-law. Oh, spare us. I'm telling you. And the other thing, as I was listening to Peter Hunt and this interview here, and I'm starting to, there's more. I'm starting to realize that hypnotism, that they have control over people, it's hard, especially when you grew up in these things, in this environment, this type of government system. The hypnotism, it goes beyond the smartest people who you thought would have get the simplest thing, but it seems like they lure them into. And wow, that's all I could say. Just wow. Let me read bottom up. This will be the last one. Okay, let's see here. Hunt delivered an excellent personality assessment of William's trait and need for control and dominance. I said that already a long time ago, since the spare came out, when Harry was explaining the beauty of Meghan, the symmetry and all of that. And then through that, I was able to put one and one together to say how the institution, like everything, to be in order. People have to be in line so their eyes could be fixed to a certain way. When they see people moving around in different direction, it's chaotic to them. Okay? And they don't have control of people when people are moving all over. But when there's an order and everything, yes, they feel at ease. They could do whatever it is that they want. They want a pattern of things, okay? A systematic pattern so they know how to move and things like that. And this is, I could see the pattern too. But anyway, okay, I read this. Hunt delivers an excellent personality assessment of William's trait and need for control and dominance. Similarly, we can see how William violates his own brother's right to privacy and to future happiness. The duality of William control versus dysregulated is disquieting. Prince William will unleash blasts of anger on Father Charles, who meekly listened. New book, Prince William, Robert Lacey writes, had contentious relationship with his father, who never measured up in his son's eye as a wonderful parent. That's for them to deal with, because then Charles has the same issue with his parents. So there, your heir has the same issue with you. Okay, what is that? I read that he is obsessed with privacy. Spare us. Okay, so now this video. BBC News at 1 began by saying Kensington Palace confirmed the images. Yeah, because and TMZ played them too. What TMZ did, they waited until the BBC gave the green light, let the people know that the video is good, is okay, and then right after, TMZ stepped out of the limelight and said, look, we look at it a little bit closer, it's fake.
And I've looked at this video so often, and my gut was it was her. But then I started looking at some of the comments and things that people are posting about why they don't think it's her, and they have some points about her height compared to William, where her eye line is when she's looking at him normally, some things about her chin. There are a lot of different details that people have picked out, even in the way this woman walks. Now I'm not, before I would say I was 95%. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's her. And it certainly looks like William. But even the William, some people are picking apart that maybe it's not him. There's endless mystery behind this thing. And the bigger question is, if it's not her, then again, we're left with where is Kate? And what is going on with her? So, and why would the palace be involved, if they are, in another sort of hoax to make us think that Kate is okay? Because there was the Mother's Day photo was such a blunder. Why would they do it again? Which is what made me think at first it was her, because there's no way they do that again. They got caught the first time, they wouldn't do it again.
I feel like every woman in London and in England are lining up to be a Kate Middleton stunt double or like that model, everything. I mean, what do you think needs to happen at this point, Charles?
They didn't say it like that, but that's my interpretation. And they don't want to be, how do you call it? Like be sued in the US for posting false, I don't know, it's not defamation, like false information to the public. Okay, 20 seconds.
Good afternoon and welcome to the BBC News at 1. Kensington Palace has confirmed moving images taken by a member of the public and published by the son of Catherine, the Princess of Wales, on a shopping trip with Prince William in Windsor. The Princess has been out of public sight since Christmas after having abdominal surgery.
Alright, it's playing again.
Good afternoon.
Alright, so we find out that video from TMZ is fake as well. It's not the real Kate. Next tweet. Okay. Is she saying what? Oh, I need to go back. I didn't go back. Okay, let's go back. Okay, I read some of the comment here. Go back to this. So that's Petr Hunt tweet. He retweeted that. Okay, the sun shines on William and Kate, whereas the Daily Mail rains on Harry and Meghan. Very interesting. Okay, the Daily Mail, just hours after the announcement of Kate was ill, beyond evil. What is that? Cancer-stricken Kate doesn't need Meghan. Okay, you could read these. These are baggage for God. Prince Harry have been right about everything going between the palace and the press. This is a side app. Victoria is tying media exploitation to the nation's need to sidestep her role as pimp. I don't recall anybody putting a gun to anybody's head to share a photoshopped photo to deceive the public to prove that Kate was alive and well. Yeah, of course, we lie to the nation. There's that here. That's exactly what they're trying to say here. Now I'm back to my this is me here. We went in, now I'm back out. Okay, now let's discuss what presumably allegedly seemed to be an AI video. Are we supposed to just accept their BS as well without question? Doctor sees some hole in her explanation. What are they trying to hide from the world? Just saying. Okay, so someone responded to that. Let's pause. Okay, the entire KP situation went from bizarre to insidious. There's the eye here. Why the blazes is going on in the British royal family? Why does everyone keep lying and what are they hiding from the public at large? British royal family wanted all the press and attention. Well, they got it now. That's for sure. There's me here. Yep, the spotlight. Okay, so now I'm done. Let's go to the one that I said I was gonna go to. The blame game. So let's pause that. Is she saying what I think she is saying? That the video of the store and work were orchestrated by KP with the son for the son to publish. Is that the one with the TMZ thing? Okay, BBC Politics. Quote, the Prince and Princess of Wales knew that if they went out there, they would be seen. That's a quote here. Okay, so let's go into that. Sun editor Victoria Newton defends a video of the couple at a Windsor farm shop and said she was, quote, in discussion with the palace, end quote, and they had no issue. Wow.
Good afternoon and welcome to the BBC News at 1. Kensington Palace has confirmed moving images taken by a member of the public and published by The Sun of Catherine, the Princess of Wales, on a shopping trip with Prince William in Windsor.
This is crazy. Let's listen. And this is the same woman who a couple days ago, she was defending something about Kate was sick, bed rest. I mean, at the end, eventually the truth will come out, okay? The truth will be someone is unalive somewhere. And then all these people who's making excuses for the palace, they're gonna look like a clown. That's all. Let's listen. 1 minute and 33 seconds.
Let's talk about the other big story that we talked briefly about at the beginning, and then we spoke to Paddy Harvison, who clearly, Victoria, in his view, yes, social media has acted in all sorts of crazy ways. It's been a bit like the Wild West, but he was also clear that the mainstream media has played a part in creating some of the frenzy. Now, a couple of weeks ago, you published this front page.
You know, the internet is not acting Wild West. Okay, when it comes to the topic of the Kensington Palace, the royal family or whatever, people are reacting. There's action and reaction. The palace put something out and then people react to it. We look at it, we question it. All they had to do since the beginning is to show the original picture of Kate sitting with the kids. But instead, they keep on lying and lying, creating more lies to cover another lie, to cover another lie. Okay? So, let's listen to this. I'm moving it back slightly.
Creating some of the frenzy. Now, a couple of weeks ago, you published this front page, I think, which said, lay off Kate. We can show it, I think, to our viewers. Maybe it'll pop up in a few seconds. There it is. So you were, sending that message, basically saying, leave her alone. But then your paper obtained and I think paid for footage of her out shopping in Windsor with William, and then today you've got 9 pages in your Sunday edition all about the story. So isn't that a contradiction?
I don't think so at all.
Oh,
no,
Lord.
I was really moved the day of the Photoshop fail when the whole world was attacking her. I just thought it was outrageous. This poor woman was clearly ill.
My goodness, you're putting lies. These people are freaking ridiculous. You put a lie out there and you got caught. Whoever did the picture, the palace or whatever, they got caught. And then you don't think there's something wrong with that? But instead you're trying to... Oh, Lord. What's wrong with one side of her face, though? But anyway, I'm moving it back.
Today you've got 9 pages in your Sunday edition all about the story. So isn't that a contradiction?
I don't think so at all. No, I was really moved the day of the Photoshop fail when the whole world was attacking her. I just thought it was outrageous. I was really moved the day of the Photoshop fail. The day of the Photoshop fail. The Photoshop fail. I was really moved the day of the Photoshop fail when the whole world was attacking her. I just thought it was outrageous. This poor woman was clearly ill and was so desperate that she tweaked a photo, minor tweaks, to make it look a little bit better. So that's why I did that front page, and it was really
okay. Let's. Did she say William?
Important. Then change.
Oh, really important. She said. Look at this. How they don't mention William's name at all in here, but when the picture was very first put out, they said William took it. So if someone is very ill, how the hell will she have the energy to do all of that? What the hell is wrong? This is the thing. Every time they open their mouth, they say something stupid. And then when people react to it, they're saying, you're the one who's crazy. So stop saying lies. Just stop saying lies. Okay, I'm moving it back again. I'm sorry.
Think so at all. No, I was really moved the day of the Photoshop fail when the whole world was attacking her. I I just thought it was outrageous. This poor woman was clearly ill and was so desperate that she tweaked a photo, minor tweaks, to make it look a little bit better. So that's why I did that front page, and it was really important. It then changed the narrative. A lot of the rest of the media then started saying, back off Kate. So I don't accept what you said earlier. In terms of reporting the fact that they went out to the Windsor farm shop a few days later, they knew that if they went out there in public, mingled with members of the public, they would...
Let's not forget what she just said here. She's very sick, okay? Kate is very sick and tweeted this thing out, the picture, the Mother's Day picture and all of that, okay? And then all of a sudden, going out with the husband. Whew, my Lord.
Would be seen and potentially photographed, because everyone's got a camera phone now, and that's how it happened. It wasn't a photographer, it was a camera phone. And of course I was in discussions with the palace all along with that, and there was no... I was in discussions with the palace. I was in discussions with the palace all along with that.
Institutional role, why be so public? You say you tried to do this privately.
And every single time I've tried to do it privately, there have been briefings and leakings and planting of stories against me and my wife. You know, the family motto is never complain, never explain, but it's just a motto, and it doesn't really hold.
There's a lot of complaining and a lot of explaining.
Endless.
Private, being done through leaks.
Through leaks. They will feed or have a conversation with the correspondent.
I was in discussions with the palace all along with that.
And that correspondent will literally be spoon-fed information and write the story. And then
I was in discussions with the palace all along with that.
at the bottom of it, they will say that they've reached out to Buckingham Palace for comment. But the whole story is Buckingham Palace.
I was in discussions with the palace all along with that.
Commenting. So when we're being told for the last 6 years, we can't put a statement out to protect you, but you do it for other members of the family, there becomes a point when silence is betrayal.
And there was no problem with us running those images, and it kind of felt that the nation was desperate to see her.
God help us. God help
Let's
the UK.
talk about
Let's pause
other-
this. Okay, the hypocrisy of Victoria Newton is shocking, absolutely shocking. So she spoke with the palace and they gave her green light to run the story. Let's go back to Jeremy Clarkson's nasty story about Meghan Markle. Did the palace give you a green light, Victoria, to run that story? Her days will come too. So there's all of this here. And this is the thing as well, okay? That's not Kate. That's not Kate. That's from the video. No matter how much gaslighting you carry out, telling people they are conspiracy theorists and trolls, there is no way you are going to convince normal people, that's it, normal people, that this is Kate. Is it? Okay, isn't it? Oh my Lord. Okay, so that's from the TMZ video. So as she admits, they discuss what they point with the royal family. Then the royal family have given the go-ahead to all of their attacks on Meghan, especially the Val Jeremy Clarkson hate-filled rant. VN, where's that? That woman name, I forgot her name, is a disgrace. Okay, she was in discussion with the who? Harry was right about everything. Yep, I'm telling you, every day they're proving Harry right. Okay, so you're saying it was orchestrated. There it is. There is so much happening in this interview. I'm telling you. Look how many times I stop it. Okay, there is so much happening in this interview, which speaks to collusion between media and entities, including members of the royal family for PR. The public needs to sit and think about the ripple effect of a kill notice and William and Kate's disastrous strategies to undo December. Okay, no fan of the royal family and certainly not of Kate, but I am alone in thinking that she has not been party to the fakery and CGI going on. In all seriousness, I really am concerned as to whether she is in a fit state to be involved in what are clearly William's media machination. That's it. All of this is William thing. Look how much she already said it's Kate who put the thing out. It's Kate is the, and then at the same time she's saying she's really sick. Okay, someone who's really sick, you don't think about, who cares about the public at this point? Okay, remember, I've always said your number one priority is your health. Once you don't have health, nothing matters. When you're sick, you're not thinking about how I'm gonna make the public happy or all of that. You're trying to get well. There is absolutely no way it's Kate who's doing this. Okay, after I read some more, I'll go back to the video and hopefully I don't think of anything to share with you and let it play without me saying a thing. You know, there will be screenshot though. Okay, she's still lying. Yeah. Okay, that wasn't them at the farm shop. How astonishing. They are doubling down on this. Yeah, they're force feeding. You better accept that. This is what they want you to accept. Alright, so let it play again without me saying a thing. Look at this guy's face. It's like, okay, lie to me. I already know it's a lie.
Let's talk about the other big story that we talked briefly about at the beginning, and then we spoke to Paddy Harvison, who clearly, Victoria, in his view, yes, social media has acted in all sorts of crazy ways. It's been a bit like the Wild West, but he was also clear that the mainstream media has played a part in creating some of the frenzy. Now, a couple of weeks ago, you published this front page, I think, which said, "Lay off Kate." We can show it, I think, to our viewers. Maybe it'll pop up in a few seconds. There it is. So you were, sending that message, basically saying, leave her alone. But then your paper obtained, and I think paid for, footage of her out shopping in Windsor with William. And then today you've got 9 pages in your Sunday edition all about the story. So isn't that a contradiction?
I don't think so at all. No, I was really moved the day of the Photoshop fail when the whole world was attacking her. I just thought it was outrageous. This poor woman was clearly ill and was so desperate that she tweaked a photo, minor tweaks, to make it look a little bit better. So that's why I did that front page, and it was really important. It then changed the narrative. A lot of the rest of the media then started saying, back off Kate. So I don't accept what you said earlier. In terms of reporting the fact that they went out to the Windsor farm shop a few days later, they knew that if members of the public, they would be seen and potentially photographed, because everyone's got a camera phone now, and that's how it happened. It wasn't a photographer, it was a camera phone. And of course I was in discussions with the palace all along with that, and there was no problem with us running those images, and it kind of felt that the nation was desperate to see her.
I don't think she's listening to herself as she spoke. Okay, the photo fell right at the beginning. She already told you that the narrative that they were trying to put out, it fell right on arrival. Where is it? Like here.
Right at the beginning, and then we spoke to Paddy Harvison, who clearly, Victoria, in his view, yes, social media has acted in all sorts of a part in creating Kate. We can show it, I think, to our viewers. Maybe it'll pop up in a few seconds. There it is.
I just
paid for footage of her out shopping in Windsor with William. And then today you've got 9...
And the squad was saying, okay, someone who's very sick carrying a bag and all of that. And people were making reference, if that was my husband and I was sick, I would, how the husband would be treating. They would not be carrying this, carrying that. But she literally, the moment she opened her mouth, the picture fell. Okay, literally, right there. So why would then...
I think so at all. No, I was really moved the day of the Photoshop fail when...
you take a real picture, okay?
I don't think so at all. No,
There.
I was really moved the day of the Photoshop fail when the
There it
whole
is.
world was attacking her.
Okay, the Photoshop fell. Why was the need? Your initial thing was to put a fakery thing out for the public to make us believe it was true. Okay, there it is. The moment she opened her mouth.
Day of the Photoshop fail when the whole world was attacking her.
Nobody was attacking her. We were just saying, why the fake picture? And then all of a sudden, you don't hear William's name in her mouth. Because when the picture put out, they said it was William who took it. So what happened to that? Oh, Lord. Let's go back. It was a retweet. Let's read some of the comment under this. Okay, yeah, they want to exert their peasant globally. You see? That's what I was saying. The squad get it. This is why they don't like the squad. They don't like the squad because they try to hypnotize the rest of the world the same way they got the UK, but they can't get them. So this is why they keep on tripping in their own stupidity. People are not supposed to call out their duplicity. Something terribly wrong happened, and William will do whatever he has to do to cover it up. Yep. You don't go to such gnosis. Exactly. Yep, exactly what she's saying. While simultaneously, privacy, they set up a pop walk for the same tabloid Harry is suing. Okay, John. Okay, that's an ad. Okay, I'm not gonna read this. Okay, also, Kate is quite fine. That wasn't the fragile woman sitting on a bench in pale makeup talking about her diagnosis. That was a very brisk strider shopping. One of those videos is an act, and I know which one. They are playing the public. That's it. Okay, soon Kate will recover 100%. Oh, I don't know. There's something, this you could pause. This is the story about there it is, the shepherd boy and the wolf. But the thing is that they want to tell us something. Something happened to Kate. Okay, but they don't want to just come out and say this is what happened to Kate. So they're easing us into it. This is what I get from my point of view. Because I could be 1,000,000% wrong. This is purely speculation from my part. Okay, could be 1,000,000% wrong. They're easing us into buying into that whatever happened to her. And then that way, when we hear the thing, we could say, we could blame it either the cancer or whatever. But they keep on tripping on themselves though. What they're tripping on themselves is the fact that everything, every image that they put out, it's been debunked. It's fake. It's not her sitting with her kids. It's not her sitting on the bench. It's not her walking here. Okay? Let's see here. Did I finish with this? The lady does protest, ask for no public talk. Never mind 5 months. Then again, without the two duchesses, what is going to sell papers? Looking her wish. Okay, they always admit their lies eventually. After attacking, soon enough, they will admit the video was AI. I'm telling you, they want to shut everyone up. Won't happen. Okay, yes, it was even broadcast on GMB that the video was sanctioned by KP and royal family. Okay, that is precisely what she communicated. And clearly what she's not saying is that it was orchestrated using body doubles. But this admission will forever tie William and Kate to this red herring. It's clear Kate was not the one in the video, especially after her announcement. Oh, they're looking at the height. Okay, let's see here. I'm telling you, the squad or something. There they are, the real one walking. There's TMZ here. The squad put out the line from Kate's eye level. This is where it reaches William by the neck. But this one, I'm telling you, different. The squad or something. All right, this is why they don't like the squad. We debunked that nonsense. Alright, so the blame game. Alright, so there's another threat and intimidation coming from the KP monarchists and the Armenians tells me UK much bigger story they're hiding. Personally, it makes me go back and relook at stories I may have otherwise dismissed, because why go this far unless hiding a big scandal? That's the thing as well. Let's see here. What will happen to Prince William if he was charged with serious crime? Yep. Something happened to her. I think, allegedly. Can you send a prince to prison? And what happened when he becomes king? There's that. Alright, Kate wants out. There's all of this. Okay? I even point this part out. It was a different newspaper or headlines, whatever, that says almost the same thing. Kate wants out. If William wants to do this, then why that? I was putting emojis back and forth. I don't remember which video I had it. Yeah, William wanted to be something, and then Kate wanted that. Oh, it was Rose. They sang to get Rose, and William wanted Rose to be accepted into the royal family. That was the headline. And then Kate wants this, wants out. And I was pointing back and forth with those two headlines. Okay, reporter doubles down on Kate Middleton's common claims after Palace pushback. Kensington Palace deny report about Kate Middleton post-operative complication after abdominal surgery, February 4th, 2024. Spanish journalist Concha Calleja is standing by her claim about Princess Kate being put into an induced coma after her abdominal surgery. So this is the trying to erase into people's mind. They never come out and deny her. Okay, or there could have been a lawsuit or some sort of a defamation about this kind of thing. Okay, but they're trying to create a different narrative Because usually when people have cancer, the typical percentage of cancer patient, they don't survive. Okay? So there's that. Okay, Prince William's alleged mistress Rose Hembury divorcing husband after possible discovery made about her daughter. The daughter is not actually the husband. Okay, so all of this leading up to these were coming out. So because all of these headlines were coming out, so he's creating a different narrative for the public to out one and end the other. But he's stuck in one of his narrative or stage, I should say, stage of his narrative. He can get to the final part of the picture he's trying to ease people into. He's stuck trying to convince people this is Kate. Kate is still alive. Kate is well and done or whatever. But so many things have already happened and it contradicts whatever he put out before. The picture was one, and then went out and walked shopping. We find out it's fake. And then there's the image of her talking on TV saying she has cancer, debunked. So he's stuck in that space to let people know. Debunked in terms of AI, artificial intelligence. It wasn't a real, I guess, Kate that was sitting on the bench. All right, people look into it, the image in the back, and I believe BBC came out later to say it was taken in a studio or something like that. Okay, so that's what I mean by debunked. In terms of cancer, nobody knows the truth about that. Okay, so let's just keep that clear. She's still alive. All right, so everything so far, three strike you out. So I don't know how he's gonna get out of that, but whatever. Eventually, the truth will come out. Okay, so what is that now? There's the laugh here. Sure, let's blame China, Russia, Iran for the BBC slappy reporting. Anything to deflect from their own mistakes. We meant to trust state media, but can't even question an obvious fake clip. Give me a break. Meanwhile, the monarchy live tax-free as we struggle. Okay, so she retweeted that. Okay, this is ludicrous. 22 hours ago. Let's listen.
We know that in the past, countries have tried to interfere and influence elections. Now it seems that the royal family, and in particular the Princess of Wales, have been targeted as well. Now, there's been a huge amount of support since that announcement you're saying on Friday. The vast majority of people in the country, vast majority of people watching, very sympathetic and very supportive to her. But in the last few weeks...
This is the nonsense, okay? From what there was an ad that was put on Twitter. Normally, I don't click on these things or I even block them. The ad was saying people, I think I took screenshot and put it on my community board for you guys. People are either apologize or sympathetic for Kate or whatever. But when you read the comment, you should read the comments. It's so funny because every comment is saying, no, that it's not them. You know, like, they're lying, they this, that. It's not them who's sympathetic for what happened to her and all of that. The comments were almost the same. Oh my God, this is 3 minutes. If I find it, I'll share it with you.
We haven't just had conspiracy theories, have we? There have been very cruel and sometimes very inhumane comments. Now, some of these, it is being suggested, the worst of it may well have been originated from fake accounts, from bots, originated from propaganda machines in countries such as Russia, China, and also Iran as well. Now,
that's shifting the blame. Nah, they're shifting the blame. Oh my God. What in the name is going on with these people? This is their own doing. Everything that we're discussing here, this is their own doing. They created it and people are responding to it. Oh my Lord.
What are they countries going to do about it? The government, of course, and our agencies are well aware of this. They are going to take sanctions today against China for a separate issue for hacking MPs' accounts. But will all of this put more pressure on social media companies?
There was one tweet that I came across. I forgot what it was about, but I remember what I said. And I said, these people are doing this thing. They could easily cause war. And then the war that they will create is their own doing. And then they're going to use people's children. I said something like this. Look at this. Now it's going to that extent. Their own doing. Oh, my Lord. This is ridiculous.
To intervene as well.
Are you freaking kidding me?
We hope that you'll understand that as a family, we now need some time, space, and privacy while I complete my treatment.
But those aren't the things that many on social media have seemed willing to give the Princess of Wales in the last few weeks. And now there are reports that the government's worried that countries like Iran, China and Russia could be amplifying those online rumours, not just to destabilise our politics, but also our monarchy.
Beijing has been doing this stuff for years, since 2018.
Oh my God. Are you freaking kidding me? I said this thing that they will create world war. Not world war. They will create war because of their nonsense. I can't believe it's going to that extent. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? This is the UK's own stupidity, the palace on stupidity. Oh my God. This is not real. This can't be real. The nonsense they're putting out, blaming China and Iran and all of that. Are you freaking kidding me? Wow.
It's got considerably worse, and we haven't been up to the task of defending our democracy against it. I hope we're moving into a
What
position now
democracy?
where
The UK does not have a democracy. They said they have it, but there's no democracy here, from what I'm seeing. You just hear some videos that I just shared with you where this guy wants control, but he's doing stupidity, putting fake images, fake photos, and all of that. They call them out. Now they're adding other countries into the nonsense. I hope the people in the UK stand up and say enough is enough with this thing, because this could cause war. Out of this guy's stupidity for putting stupid things out. Are you freaking kidding me?
The Deputy Prime Minister is set to announce new sanctions on China later after cyber attacks on MPs.
Oh my
and
God.
in the past, both Princes William and Harry have urged tech companies to do more to rein in disinformation.
I haven't heard much from William, but I know Harry have been spoken about this. Now all of a sudden they're adding Harry into this guy's stupidity? Oh my God.
Algorithm can choose to suppress and hide content that the company considers to be toxic or negative. But if Elon Musk isn't willing to do that with Twitter, for example, there's very little that politicians, I think, and royal family members can actually do about it.
Actress Blake Lively says she's mortified at getting caught up in the frenzy of online speculation about the princess, while journalists Owen Jones and Sarah Vine have also apologised.
At this time, I'm also thinking of all those whose lives have been affected by cancer.
But cancer charities tell us that Kate's decision to speak out is also having positive effects.
We have already noticed a lot more traffic on our website, so obviously people from hearing the conversations have now gone out trying to source how do I get support about cancer.
Meanwhile, after his own brush with disinformation in his fake Russian announcement of his death, the King is continuing his own cancer treatment at the same time as his daughter-in-law.
He's obviously very keen to get back to a form of normality, and is probably frustrated that recovery is taking.
First of all, that's the first time I'm hearing him talking. Second of all, the lies that they're trying to tell the people, he can't really say it straight. But anyway, allegedly.
A little longer than probably he would want it to.
Whether against disinformation or a deadly disease, this age-old institution is now under pressure to fight very modern battles.
I can't believe this.
Good morning, Britain.
I can't believe this. They create their nonsense. They're putting other countries into it. Let's see here. That's ITV, my love. Okay, there's the rolling eye. The BBC has a whole section on the dangers of and their threat to democracy, yet when we raise valid concern about the Kate Middleton clip, we're told to be ashamed. Hypocrisy much. It's time to question the unequal treatment and hold all institution. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Much. It's time to question the unequal treatment and hold all institution accountable. Abolish the monarchy. I don't know. It seemed like this is where it has, because everything about the Kate situation, the palace started it. People just questioning it. And now they're bringing China, Iran, whatever. Oh, my God. credibility, 0. The only hypocrisy I see is you. Okay, whatever. But I don't know who these people are. Let's go back. I can't believe what I was just listening. Harry told Bryony Gordon in an interview. Harry told Bryony Gordon in an interview after his memoir came out that the press have a shitload of dirt about my family, and he also said there was a lot about William he can include in the book. Harry knows, Kate having cancer doesn't suddenly negate all this. Absolutely correct. That's an ad. Okay, I think Will's husband doesn't care about whose child she fathered. He seems to have moved on. And they are just good friends. My gut tells me there's something in the Christian Jones protection. Okay, I think he bats. Okay, maybe we need to circle back and see what happened with the person who was shot. We said, the skip trip, and if that's somehow connected to Kate's disappearance. There's that here. And this is the thing, they're trying to shut this down because people are talking. Wasn't there a story early on about William being blindsided by Kate's hospitalization? Yes, there was. Okay, I have a question. Has the big news agency AP, AFP, and Reuters and Getty endorsed the live cancer video of Catherine? Okay, it wasn't distributed through them, I don't think. Last I read, William was doing a big sulk and tantrum because he got caught. Was this the royal family or sidelining photographers and pictures agency such as Getty and Reuters and are instead adopting a DIY approach? They're not gonna send things to them anymore because now they're gonna be check them out. Okay, why did her Spanish nanny get fired? Rumors is they thought she was the mole for the Spanish press. Don't forget the story about William being a great single father. See, these are all the things. This is the narrative. Okay, now the narrative is they can't get to give us the big blow, the big news. They were easing us into it. I'm telling you. See, the squad remembers. The squad remembers. Okay. Oh my God. So okay, I have a video, another tweet regarding Peter Hunt. Looks like I'm gonna have 2 videos. This will be the last one, and then go to the next one. Let's hear. Still 0 mainstream media coverage. Extraordinary allegation that has received 0 coverage. Has anyone asked Kensington Palace what action, if any, was taken by Prince William? Okay, this is from Spare. I shared this on my community board. I was braced for a lecture. It didn't come. Willy was subdued. He wanted to listen. For the first long time, my brother heard me out, and I was so grateful. I told him about one past staff member sabotaging Meghan, plotting against her. I told him about one current staff member whose close friend was taking payments for leaking private stuff to the press about Meghan and me. My sources on this were above reproach, including several journalists and barristers. Plus, I made a visit to New Scotland Yard. Willy frowned. He and Kate had their own suspicions. We agreed to keep talking. So what Peter Hunt is saying here, there's Harry naming names here. Has anyone, has taken step into calling Harry out on the book? Okay? So now there's stuff going on in court. Remember, Harry had said his father wanted him to remove certain name in the lawsuit or something, and he said no, he was not gonna do it and all of that. All right, so everybody's staying quiet. Okay, not quiet 0, byline time. There's that. The truth about Megxit, her Dan Wooten and cash for leaks scandal. There's all of that here. I think I shared this in one video. The article, that is. Good point, but don't expect at Peter Hunt to respond. He makes valid point, but likes the sound of his own voice more than anything, including engagement. I just literally should teach people a lesson. When Meghan came into the royal family, she was never given a chance to succeed, even though she did everything humanly possible to blend in, and she has successful projects that are still helping people. There's all of that. Did you expect mainstream coverage? Maybe in the UK, but when you've been caught lying over and over again, you use body doubles not once, but 3 times. Thank you, attack Meghan because Kate got cancer. Yeah, I will ignore you too, especially when the tabloid are lying for you. Okay, lamestream palace stenographers does not a media make. Okay. Who do you word of Uncle Gary? They have not been giving a green light. Leaker was Meghan is minding her own business. What is it? Last week she went to a museum with Harry's for a special screening. What else did she do? There was something that they did recently. I don't think I recorded yet. Should I say edit yet? Maybe because it's none of our business. Well, they're flunking. The moment they say she's gonna take a couple weeks off or days off, whatever, months, people move on. But they revive this conversation after they put the fake photo out. People have moved on. Okay, no doubt William being William donated it all to charity, like when he was working as an air ambulance pilot and donate all his wage to charity. Okay, whatever. Could it be, we know the story of this. He didn't even want to work. Could it be because he could truth and or reality? The father trained him. Okay, flashback. Today, Prince William honored his former press secretary and the men who tried to tarnish Meghan's reputation and helped Mel on Sunday win their case against Meghan, the same case that contributed to her miscarriage. Baggage for God. Baggage for God. Baggage for God. Okay, William is a bully and dictator, and y'all are making it worse by allowing him to develop that skill by letting him get away with things unchallenged. He set up fake pic, there it is, and video Victoria from Sun said KP cooperated. Now he's blaming social media and getting away with it because no one challenges him. Yeah, and now they're bringing other countries into it. This is the worst part from that video that I just heard. They're bringing other countries into it. Peter, if anyone knows something, you as well should just say it. This has gone on for too long. It's toxic and deeply unhealthy for overall society and individual involved. For what exactly? Power, praise, and newspaper headlines? Madness. People need to just come out and tell the truth. That's it. Okay, isn't this Jason Kenoff, who William ended up promoting instead of firing him for leaking to the press on his own brother? Wasn't it already confirmed in court? Yeah, that's that. Okay, so that's it. I'm already past an hour, and I have this 8-part to do here, and I just did this. I was trying to put everything in one, but it seems like I talk too much. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. So right now it's showing $223.47. Let's see. All right, so that is it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
We asked for forgiveness and please come back.
happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.